Next company will be Terra Insights. So welcome, Mirka, and go ahead and present away.
Thank you very much. So my name is Mirka Paluchova. I'm an Insar analyst with 3V Geomatics. 3V Geomatics is one of 4 companies that form Terra Insights, a comprehensive platform for geotechnical, structural, and geospatial monitoring of assets. I'm going to talk today about Insar monitoring of geohazards over entire networks of linear infrastructure. For those who have not heard of Insar, it is a satellite-based technology for measuring ground displacement, typically over very large areas. The measurements are taken periodically based on the revisit period of the satellite, which can range from every 14 days to as frequent as every day. 3V Geomatics has been providing Insar monitoring since 2008, and our Insar products are used every day to improve safety, operations, and environmental protection all over the world. Ground displacement is a common cause of damage to linear infrastructure, most notably highways, railways, and oil and gas pipelines. To mitigate these damages, operators rely on detecting the displacements early enough. Commonly, ground-based or airborne systems are used, such as inclinometers, inline inspection, LiDAR, which can track displacement at selected locations, but are not cost-effective over entire network, especially if entire networks need to be revisited more than a few times per year. Insar, on the other hand, can use multiple satellite image footprints to cover the network and then detect and monitor potential geohazards with high frequency for a fraction of the cost of standard methods. On the next few slides, I'm going to very briefly introduce 3VG's Insar products. This is a displacement heat map, which is the simplest way to show where the ground is moving and how much it is moving. The green color is used to show stable areas, and blue and red shades represent detected displacement. Displacement areas are typically enclosed by contours based on statistical significance of displacement. These contours are used to guide interpretation of the results by highlighting areas where there is strong evidence of displacement, which is particularly important for operational monitoring. For each measurement point, we include a time series graph to show the evolution of that point's displacement in time. And all these results are accessible on our web platform, Motionary, which provides tools and functionality to easily visualize and interpret the Insar displacement results online. Monitoring entire pipeline and transportation infrastructure networks poses significant challenges, with number 1 being the sheer extent of the area that needs to be covered, and number 2, the prioritization of the most critical displacement areas. Current standard in Insar monitoring is to choose a few satellite footprints covering the areas that are most prone to ground displacement, and generating and delivering the analysis for each footprint separately. 3VG's innovation is focused on building a fully automated system for products that span dozens of data stacks and seamlessly covering the entire networks with satellite data and providing near real-time Insar monitoring updates. We are transitioning from what you see on the left here to what you see on the right. So instead of covering only relatively small fractions of the network, we will provide a full network coverage of all assets covered by the data. So if we take gas pipeline system, for example, this will include transmission and distribution networks, facilities, well sites, underground storage areas for natural gas, anything that needs to be monitored. The data is displayed in our online platform, allowing users seamlessly move from large to small scales. We are developing functionality for the online platform for filtering and highlighting displacement, as well as an early warning system that will trigger alerts based on client-specified criteria. In addition to ground movement detection with Insar technology, The alerting system can incorporate methods for water body detection, right-of-way encroachment, or surface disturbance. The goal of this innovative system is to improve proactive risk mitigation by increasing accessibility to the satellite data and ease of the end user analysis. Thank you. I appreciate everyone's time, and I'm happy to answer questions if there are any.
Okay, thank you very much. Well done. Yeah, we do have a couple of questions. Let's start off with, how does the vegetation cover impact the Insar measurements?
Vegetation can negatively impact Insar measurements, or it can even completely prevent them. However, this can be changed by using specific satellite sensors that operate with long wavelength signal. So 3VG has been using long wavelength data since 2015. We have a ton of experience in processing of these data sets. So yes, vegetation can pose issues, but we can deal with them by using the right data.
Okay. One other quick question, and then we'll move on to our next presentation. What are some examples of the criteria or settings for the alerting?
So the alerts can be things like the size of the displacement area, the angle of the slope on which the displacement was detected, the distance to the asset, of course. So any thresholds like this can be set up and then trigger alerts for the operators.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much again from Terra Insights in your presentation.